welcome back to Red Dirt Flossworks. I am Bree. Usually Ashlyn is here with me and we are not in our normal filming spot. We're actually in my living room. Get to that in just a second. So welcome back anyone who is a returning viewer, and thank you for checking us out. To our new viewers, we would really appreciate a like and subscribe. That really helps us get our content out to other viewers that like content of this same type. So we really appreciate you checking us out. So let's jump right in. So this is installment number 2 of Christmas and in July for the Red Dirt Flossworks channel, and for myself. This is the first time I've ever done it. What Christmas in July is it's, for me, it's just basically working on all my Christmas related projects in the month of July, because we're halfway through the year. And if you're like me, I love Christmas all year long. If my coworkers would let me, I would probably listen to Christmas music all month long. Anyways, so I have all of my projects here, and like I said, this is the second installment. So last week what I did is I kind of explained how the Christmas in July would work, and then I drew for the projects that I worked on throughout the last week. How it's kind of going to work is, I'll explain for those that are brand new or just jumping in the series. I have 2 wheels. The first wheel has all the projects on it, so I'll spin the wheel to determine which project I'm going to work on, and then I spin a second wheel for the amount of days that I'm going to work on that project for. My goal is to try to get the amount of days to equal about a week, so that I can film again in about a week or so that you guys can see that and post that for, you know, about a week interval. So we'll have like 3 or 4 videos throughout the month of July. So today I want to show you my progress from last week, and then also we're going to spin the wheels again and get us new projects with a new amount of days. So last week the first project to be chosen was Christmas Light Lane. This was a exclusive Christmas release pattern, I believe in December of 2023. Don't quote me on that, but I will pop a picture of it here. This is the cover art, and then here is the progress that it got. So I'm going to show you the photo of, or show you the project, I guess, and then I will put a side by side where it was last week whenever you saw it. So Christmas Light Lane got a total of 2,300 stitches throughout the week. It was only worked on for 2 days. Now we did have vacation days, so I really did get to work on it quite a bit. So 2,300 stitches is how many it got, and so that brought it from 6.52% up to about 7.3%. So we almost got a whole entire percent done on this full coverage. Now this is a Heaven and Earth design. I think I mentioned that already. It's a full coverage. If you're unfamiliar with Heaven and Earth designs, they are big, magnificent, beautiful, full coverage. So every single square of the fabric has a stitch over it. They make incredible final products, but they take a ton of time, and even though it sounds like a lot, 2,300 stitches, which that is a lot, it doesn't make a huge dent on the actual stitching area. So like I said, we didn't even add quite 1% total on that. So maybe it will get drawn again to be worked on. Next item that I got to work on this last week was the Christmas Bugs by Shan and Christine Designs, and those are available on her website. If you guys are interested, I'll link those in the description box below to check out the mugs. I believe you can buy them individually. I have all 12 because I was a part of her Christmas mug club whenever she had it, so I do have all 12, but you can buy them individually, I believe. Like I said, I'll link those down below. So here's a picture of, and I'll put my hand behind it to make sure it's not weird. So I'll put it over here and then I'll show you the final. So this is the reindeer mug. This is the very first one. And let me tell you what, the reindeer mug got a lot of work done, okay? The reindeer mug got 1,227 stitches. And if you remember, I'm going to pop a picture up here, it was only at 90 stitches. It had the saddest start you've ever seen in the world, okay? So it went from 3.21% to 47%. So I put in quite a bit of work. Now you can see we've got the beautiful shiny mug handle in there, and it's looking really nice. The checkered part at the bottom is part of the reindeer scarf. So it got quite a bit of work. So I'm pretty proud of that. And again, think about it. I got a lot of work done. It was a holiday weekend, but I did get quite a bit of work done. I can't guarantee that I'll get that much done on the future projects, but we're gonna see how it goes. So that was the 2 projects that I worked on last week. So now it's time to draw the projects for this week. So I'm gonna go ahead and draw, and I'm gonna show the live view on the camera. Now, a reminder, if you didn't see the last video, there are 4 projects on this wheel. There is Christmas Light Lane, which I showed. There are the Christmas mugs from Shannon Christine. There is Santa's House by Cottage Garden Samplings. And then there is Dimensions Gold Kit stocking that has a sled on it. It's really, really pretty. So there's those 4 projects, and then there's also a new start project, and that's a mystery because I don't want to spoil the surprise. So I will tell you what it is if it gets drawn today. So let's go ahead and draw, and I'll show you guys what the final result is. Perfect. Okay. So the next project that's going to be worked on is stocking. The Christmas stocking, I actually have it here, so let me pull it out. So here is the Christmas stocking. It is absolutely beautiful, and I'm holding it kind of back because it is much better viewed from this far back. So Christmas stocking, it doesn't have a ton of work, and of course it's a Dimensions Gold Kit, and I don't like to load my paper patterns up to Pattern Keeper, and so it's I don't have a percentage for you. I would, if I were to guess, it's probably not quite a quarter of a way finished, you know, about 25% or so. So anyways, I'm going to pop a picture of the cover art here, so we'll work on that. This was a New Year's Eve start for me. It would be really cool if I could get this one done before Christmas, but we'll see. So that is the Gold Dimensions Christmas stocking. So now we have to determine how many days I'm going to work on the Christmas stocking, so let's spin the wheel for that. Alright, so Christmas stocking will get a total of 4 days, so that's going to be a good chunk, so we'll see how much we can get done in 4 days. Okay, let's go ahead and spin for our second project and see what it's going to be. All right, Santa's house it is. Perfect. I'm glad that Santa's house got picked. So it's a little bit of a mess right now, and I am gonna show it to you. So Santa's house does have to have some frogging, so I will pop in the cover art, but it does have to have some frogging done to it, so I am going to rip it out, and then I will fill it back in. So it doesn't need a ton of ripping out. There's just a couple of small mistakes here, but they are big enough that I can't really leave them because then the whole thing is going to be off. So I'm going to frog a little bit on it. So let's see how many days Santa's house gets. Perfect. 2 days. So we'll work on Santa's house for 2 days. And then I will show you guys the progress at the end of the 6th day. I try to do right at 7 days. Today that I'm on right now is about day 8 from the time that I filmed last time. So I'll try to stay on that. So we've got our 2 projects. We have got our days. And I think that is all that I have for you today. If you guys have questions about any of the projects that I've shown, please feel free to message me on Instagram or shoot us an email at reddirtflossworks@gmail.com. That is linked down below as well. And like I said, I'll link all the patterns down below in the description box. Again, thank you for returning if you're a returning visitor, and thank you for checking us out if you are a new viewer. We don't usually do these kind of short series, but this is something new that we wanted to try. Ashlyn did one last December. She really enjoyed it, so I was like, I can do one too. It's midway through the year and I'm gonna try it. So again, thank you guys, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye.